What's up, citizens of Gotham? You're watching the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. This article was submitted by Patreon supporter Adam Martin. Adam, thank you so much for supporting the show. This is one of the things you get to do at the $5 level. We got two $5 levels. One of them, you get bonus audio and early access to the podcast. And the other $5 level, you get, guess what? To submit an article. There's about 6 or 7 slots left at that level. So I appreciate it's because you guys who submit these stories, you bring stuff to my attention that I wasn't really aware of. Now, I'm aware there's stuff going on in Nicaragua, but not the specifics of it, and I haven't really done a video yet on it. So thank you so much, Adam, for covering this. Every single member of the U.S. Congress approved crushing sanctions on Nicaragua. Oh boy, really? America's getting involved in regime change stuff and trying to get rid of a democratically elected government in Central and South America? I don't think we've ever done that before, right? We usually leave that part of the world alone, right? Right? After defeating a violent US-backed coup attempt, Nicaragua's elected government faces the NICA Act. The bill aims to force the Sandinistas from power by ratcheting up economic despair. So this is to show you how ridiculous it is right now. So Trump obviously wants to build the wall, and then the caravan was coming that Fox News used to keep white Americans scared. Oh, the Mexicans are coming, and it's like, well, most of them are from Nicaragua because of a coup that we helped cause violence in their country. So what do they want to do? They got to leave violence. That's what happens. We go blow stuff up and steal stuff and do sanctions and start wars. And then those people have no choice but to leave their homes because we helped make it horrible. We always back like the worst people. Like in Syria, we're backing ISIS and Al-Qaeda. The two groups I thought we were paying all this money to stop. Oh no, we back them because Assad won't play ball with our pipeline. He wants to do a pipeline with Russia. Okay. So this is what we do. We go tear apart a country in Central America. They have no choice but to come to America. And then we build a wall and we spray them with tear gas and a 7-year-old dies. We're the worst. We keep creating all of these problems and then complain. Why don't those poor Nicaraguans just get their own stuff together instead of come here and take our jobs? There are no jobs. 60% of America doesn't have $1,000 in savings because corporatists in both parties have shipped all the jobs overseas so that they can make more money. A Green New Deal fixes this, by the way. Known as the NICA Act, the bill is now on its way to the desk of President Donald Trump, who will almost certainly sign it into law. Its passage was spearheaded by neoconservative lawmakers centered around the Miami lobby of right-wing Latin American exiles dedicated to eradicating any iteration of socialism in the Western Hemisphere. Every time people bring up the positive, you go online and talk about the good things of socialism, someone else says, Venezuela, yeah, Cuba. And it's like, I love it too when it's like a military vet, like some ex-general. The military is like the most socialized thing. You have one, you all wear the same outfits, you all get health care, you get, your food is taken care of, your housing is taken care of. The United States has spent decades trying to topple Nicaragua's government, now led by the left-wing Sandinistas movement. In April, US-backed opposition figures launched an unsuccessful and exceedingly violent coup attempt in the Central American country, one of the last bastions of leftist politics in an increasingly right-leaning Latin America. Brazil just got a right-leaning guy. Nicaragua, if you go back, if you watch the movie or the documentary Kill the Messenger, you learn about George Webb, who uncovered the fact that the CIA was letting drug cartel members sell cocaine in this country and took their profits to fund the war back in, like, the CIA brought cocaine into this country. There's a new cocaine epidemic right now. I'm seeing it in comedy clubs, and friends of mine in bands are saying the same thing. Everyone's doing cocaine again. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something like this going behind it again. All of a sudden there's an uptick in cocaine. All of a sudden there's an opioid epidemic. They want Americans checked out and using drugs, and they can profit from it, and then they can help fund this nonsense. Toppling the Nicaraguan government. Can't have less left-wing Sandinistas. Can't have socialism down there. The newly approved Nicaraguan Investment and Conditionality Act, God, that sounds horrifying, will give the United States president the authority to impose targeted sanctions on Nicaraguan government officials, former officials, or people purportedly acting on behalf of Managua. And the bill also seeks to prevent international financial institutions from providing any loan or financial technical assistance to Nicaragua. This is how we sanction. International banks can't. Wow. We just think we can do whatever we want. And then we call Russia and China. They take away their citizens' freedoms. I mean, both those countries have done a lot of things that I don't think are very great, but how are we better? How? The legislation also suggests that political negotiations should be mediated by the Catholic Church in Nicaragua. Well, that's good. The Catholic Church, boy, they have no... You know, they found a couple of those bad apple pedophile priests, just a couple bad apples. They quickly got them out. They didn't cover it up. They all got them out of there real quick. We can trust the Catholic Church, the priests, the nuns. None of them knew. As soon as they found out they did something about it, Vatican was like on it, and they didn't cover that. They haven't been covering that up for centuries. That's what the movie Spotlight was all about, right? They caught one or two guys, busted them, everybody came forward. Yeah, Catholic Church. I was raised Catholic, which has for decades supported violent right-wing forces in the region. That's Catholic Church. Peace, love, that's what Jesus wanted, to support violent right-wing forces in the region. I think that was Jesus's thing, like, go support right-wing violent people and sanction the socialists. Jesus was a socialist, by the way. Just a little tip. Merry Christmas. This October, leaked audio revealed the Catholic Church's auxiliary bishop of Managua, Silvio Baez, conspiring with the opposition to oust Nicaragua's elected president, Daniel Ortega. Once again, as Chris Hedges points out in Dead the Liberal Class, when our liberal institutions, when the church, why is the church involved with this? Why is the Catholic Church involved with this? Can someone explain that to me? Which has for decades supported violent right-wing forces in the region. Oh, look at these fine folks here. Yeah. My colleagues in Congress and I are proud of passing. It will pressure Ortega to do what he's refused to do, hold early elections that meet democratic standards and protect the human rights of Nicaraguans. Thanks, Speaker Ryan, for being a partner in this worthy effort. See how they sell it? Oh, the reason there's a coup down there is their government is not being democratic. They either don't know or they are deliberately lying about what the Catholic Church is doing and why we're going after the left wing. These are these right-wing folks. They just, right? And these kind of sanctions. So if you're a Trump supporter and you think we need a wall and there's all this other stuff, and you want to hold them out, this, and these are right-wingers, helps create more people that need to then come to this country because they have no hope in their own country. So if you let countries dictate their own destiny with democratically elected governments that are left-leaning, where the citizens can figure out how they want their government to run, you know, like the idea of America, not the actual thing we got going on, but the idea of America, We're a kleptocracy run by oligarchs, but we're supposed to be a representative democracy. Any foreign governments voting on this so to stop our corrupt government? Protect human rights. Did Brazil sanction us after we were shooting water cannons at Standing Rock protesters? No? Is there a foreign Congress sanctioning the United States because Red Fawn Phallus is still in jail? Oh, we're not. Oh, weird. The chaos unleashed by last summer's coup attempt has badly bled Nicaragua's economy, plunging growth from a steady 5% to almost zero, and eliminating tens of thousands of jobs. With the NICA Act, the U.S. and its local proxies are hoping that exacerbating the economic desperation even further will bend a largely non-compliant Nicaraguan population to their will. Adam, thanks for bringing this to our attention so we can learn about this, but it's the same old pattern, right? Like, in the one sense, I'm not shocked because this is how America does business abroad. So every time you hear about some sort of coup or civil war or something like that, and we're involved in some capacity, more than likely there was someone in power that didn't want to play ball with America. Right? Assad doesn't want to play ball with America. Oh, he's got to go. Not saying he's a great guy. He's done a lot of oppressive things. But we just back this gang leader or that gang leader. That's what we do. I mean, the people we back, we always claim that they're so much better. Then they're not. That sociopath will just do business with us and our corporate interests. That's what's happening. So thank you for supporting the show. Please go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood and also go to grahamelwood.com for all the tour dates. Like and share and subscribe and push it out there. Listen to the audio podcast on iTunes. A lot of great ways to support the show. Watch the ads play all the way through, you guys. And let's make Gotham great again.